All right. So today, let's talk LOMA. What is a LOMA? Letter of Map Adjustment. What is a letter of map adjustment and why does it matter as it pertains to real estate? So across our region, you're going to find certain areas are in 100-year floodplains. There are areas where you're going to find yourself needing to go and carry flood insurance policy on the home, especially if you're purchasing it. A lender's going to perform their due diligence. You're always paying for a flood certificate when you're purchasing a property. In that process, if it's determined that you need to go and have flood insurance on the home, the lender's going to require that for part of the closing process. In that case, you're going to find flood insurance policies will range anywhere from as low as $1,200 a year upwards to quite literally $6,000 a year. These are very expensive policies. They are on the home for the entirety of it. It's to go and ensure that in the event of a flood damage, you're actually covered. The lender, being the one that's giving you hundreds of thousands of dollars on the property, cares very much about protecting their interest in the asset, otherwise known as your home. You should care about protecting the interests of your home as well, obviously. The LOMA allows for you to come out and have a surveyor look at the land. They're going to do an elevation survey. What that does is looks at where's the height of the home relative to the flood zone. If you're in an area where your home is actually raised above the concerned area, if you're high enough above the ground of where that floodwater might be, they can actually go and get you removed from the floodplain. Now, when you look at residential real estate maps and flood maps, you're going to notice that sometimes there's we'll call it a blue shade across the map indicating where the floodplain is. And you'll see these little circles, usually of orange or red, kind of carved out all across the neighborhood. It's particularly true in West Amherst. You have a lot of that around Tonawanda Creek Road. There's sections of that. There's some down in Orchard Park as well. And whenever you see those circles, you can tell that the property owners filed for a LOMA on their home to go and remove them from the flood area. Now, this is great news if you're looking to purchase because it's saving you lots of money on flood insurance, and it's nothing you're ever going to go and recuperate back. If you're a seller and you currently are found yourself in a 100-year floodplain, and some have found themselves now in that region where they weren't before, after Hurricane Sandy, they did have to go and update the flood map, so some people never had it before, never had to pay flood insurance for it, don't even realize they're in the flood zone. But if you are in it now, it might be a good idea to go and file for a LOMA to get yourself removed from it, just because on the selling side, it is going to cost you literally tens of thousands of dollars, as a purchaser is going to be disqualified from their current mortgage if they have to go and add in that additional $100, $200, $500 a month in flood insurance premiums going into their monthly pay. And their calculation grossly shrinks their buying power and ultimately grossly injures the sale of your property. So if you're not sure if your home is currently in a flood zone and how to go through this process, feel free to contact me. There's numerous surveyors we work with that help property owners through this process. My contact information will be linked in the chat. Thanks.